don't push stuff that does not feel right. If you feel like you're always giving, and getting nothing in return, then he are just not into you, and keep it moving. You are making a fool of me.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
What up though?
I kind of miss sitting down and just like
you don't have to whisper.
You guys. I don't think I'm whispering.
Okay.
No.
Give me a kiss.
No.
So guys, we're gonna do our makeup to breakup story time. So
yes.
Before we get started, who do you guys think did the breakup?
Like broke up with whom?
Who do y'all think? Okay guys, so comment below on who you think broke up with who, right? Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take this back to maybe about 2013, just to give you guys just a little recap. Jamila and I actually made it official in 2013, but this was a little bit before we made it official. So this is when we kind of, I actually...
Well, I was dating her. I don't know what she was doing.
No, this is when you were dating other people and I wanted to be serious.
Oh, girl, stop. So she's trying to take it back to 2013. We're going to take it all the way back.
No. We don't got to do all this.
Yes, we do. Because Sequina was the type of person, like, we would date and then she'd maybe get tired and then she'd start talking to me about some other person that she thought was cute or that she started liking. So we probably went back and forth, like dating, not dating, maybe like 15 times. So then fast forward to 2013 and I'm hanging out with a good friend and we're out. I think I had picked her up for her lunch to come back to my place because maybe I was off or something. So we're having a conversation and she's like, yeah, I think Sequina was about to have a birthday party and it seemed like she was inviting everyone that she talked to at this birthday party. So I was like, I ain't about to go to this birthday party. So I started naming people. I'm like, such and such gonna be there, such and such gonna be there, such and such gonna be there. And then she said, oh, such and such too, don't forget her. And I was like, because this was a name that I was not aware of that Sequina had dated or talked to.
So Jamila got wind of some information and blocked me, like for real, blocked me.
Oh, not just blocked her, I texted her because this was.
Oh yeah.
This was someone who I had intuition, like I had been feeling like something was up, something was weird, but she was always like, oh no, we're just friends, don't worry about it, you tripping, we just friends. So I sent her this long text like, oh, okay, y'all just friends, but XYZ, like just straight went off, and then I blocked her.
So I'm going to text back, calling, I'm getting the Verizon default that the subscriber you have reached is not accepting calls from your number.
Nope.
So this went on for maybe about a month of her not communicating with me. And but for some reason I still had wind of her social media.
I blocked her on all social media. She was going through other people's accounts to look at my social media.
So anyway, fast forward a little bit. So that was the reason why Jamila stopped talking to me. So then, you know, after that, having that disconnect
for a whole month
in that distance, I realized that, wow, this is someone I really want to be with. So this is when I had to call in the crew. I had to get serious. I had to call 911. So I called excuse me, I called my friend Erin. I was like, yo, I gotta get Jamila back. And she was like, are you serious? Because I don't want to get involved in this if you're not serious. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm on the phone with Erin and I got her texting Jamila. What was she texting saying? Excuse me.
And I was like kind of dating someone at this time. So Erin texted me like, hey girl, you know, I don't want to bother you. I hope all is well. But you know, Sequina's really going through it without you. She can't eat. She can't sleep. She can't breathe. She's like, she is getting drunk. She's just not in a good headspace. And I think that it's because she can't talk to you and be with you. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I'm just like, I think me and her talked on the phone and I'm like, girl, I don't know, because I've been back and forth with this girl so many times. And she's like, I really think she's ready. She was like, but girl, you have got to, Erin gave me the best advice. She said, you just got to go with your gut instinct. And so my gut instinct was just still telling me she's just not ready.
So I didn't get too far with that one. So then I had to call in the big guns. I called her mom.
So the very next day, I'm getting ready, and I'll never forget this because this is actually
Not yet. I gotta tell them about me and your mom's conversation.
Oh, then go on, girl.
So I had to call her mom, and then I was telling her mom, like, y'all, I really miss Jamila. I'm getting serious. I want to be with her. I want to be in a relationship. This is it. Because prior to this, I had told Jamila that my next relationship was going to be my last. So I was done with, you know, calling people my girlfriend without intention of them being my wife. So I knew that when I had to come this time, I had to come hard. Like, this was going to be it for me. So I was ready for it to be it for me.
And this is 4 years. Today's July 1st?
Mm-hmm.
This is 4 years. So it was July 1st that it happened. And I remember because I was working a job where, you know, if you're working a job where
What are you talking about?
I remember it being July 1st because of the job that I was working on. The first of the month, you know, you got to push real hard to make sure you can be good the rest of the month. Anyway, so I remember my mom texting me.
So anyway, her mom, was long story short, was like, I'll talk to her. You better be serious. Basically, if you're not, I'm gonna kick your ass.
So my mom texts me like, hey, Jamel, you know, I just talked to Sequina and I think she's outside your door. I was like, what?
Oh, fast forward. I know this is so choppy, y'all. I hope y'all can follow. So I was outside of her door, but long story short, my friend Sheena lived in the same complex Jamila did. So Sheena and I worked together. So she didn't know what was going on between me and J Mills. So
Sheena, how you let her in the house?
So I was like, yo, can I use your gate card to get in? Because I left something at Jamil's house. She was like, sure. Got the gate card, pulled in, backed into her front of her building. And then I just started sitting on the steps waiting for her. Because she lived on the third floor. Maybe about 20 minutes.
So my mom texts me. I'm inside my house and Sequina's outside. Of course, I don't know until my mom texts me like, I think she's outside your house right now. And I'm just so annoyed because all I can think of that it's the first of the month and I don't want to deal with any of this. So I walk outside my door and I smell her. And I'm like, oh.
Is that a good smell?
No. So no, I'm just kidding. It's like her cologne. So I'm walking down and she's just sitting on the steps. And we full out have a lesbian fight in front of all my neighbors, my whole apartment complex at like, it was probably like maybe 9 or 10 in the morning. And we're just fighting and yelling. She's just like, you know, I want to be with you. I know now. And I'm like, you're a liar. Like, just going off. And then I get in my car and I remember seeing her walk towards her car and I had put my trash on my mirror, on my car mirror, because you know you drop the trash when you're leaving the apartment complex. Then she comes, she grabs my garbage, and I remember her just looking like, yeah, I got her.
What?
Yes, I remember that. Like you looked like very accomplished. Like your face was like,
well, I was though.
Like when she came and got my garbage, but she was still blocked though.
Yeah, I was still blocked. So the only communication I had was email. So I would email her every single day and let her know the reasons why I loved her and wanted to be with her. So I would just send her little, maybe like 3 or 4 things on why I appreciated her, loved her. So she got that every day. So then finally, I think I had got an opportunity like around the 4th of July before she was going to Tennessee. I was like, hey, why don't you come over? And that's when the makeup happened.
I think what else was going on at that time? I think I had like some family drama going on at that time, and it was stuff that of course she understood. And so then she was like, well, just come over before you go to Tennessee. And the people I was going to Tennessee with lived closer to her than to me, so it made sense for me, you know.
That makeup went down.
She was still blocked though.
Even after the makeup, I was still blocked. So yeah. After that, we still had some rough patches just trying to get things in order, like how we were gonna be together. But speed it up. So July was a little touch and go just because we were trying to get used to being back together. Well, I was trying to get used to being back together and being with one person. And then
it was very tough for her to be with one person.
So then July was just rough. I think August we were good. We had of course our started to get our arguments, but September is when it became perfect because we kind of had a routine. So she lived close to the job, so I was staying night over there every day,
And I was cooking.
Yeah, so one day she was cooking, and what did I do?
So I'm just cooking. I think I was making pot roast. And I'm just cooking, like seasoning, whatever. And Sequina's like, so you want to be my girlfriend? And I was like,
she was like, yeah.
Okay. Now inside I was like, fuck, finally, I knew I was gonna get this girl. Finally, like I was dancing, whatever. And then she was, but on the outside, I was like, cause I'm a Leo. Like I'm not gonna show my feelings.
She was just like, all right, and just like, kind of cooking like nothing. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna get in the shower and get ready for it.
Cool. That worked. See you in bed.
So,
and I remember maybe a couple of weeks after that, I remember Sequina like, doesn't this feel so different? Because the thing is that when we were dating, it was always an issue because I was always telling her you're not emotionally available. Sometimes you want to talk, sometimes you want to return my phone calls. So she was making me seem like I was nagging. But really, it was my intuition saying, this girl ain't shit. So you need to go get your shit. You need to leave. And we have to trust our instinct because people are always like to tell us like, oh, you're nagging. Oh, you do this. Oh, you do that. Sometimes, girl, your intuition talking to you. So Sequina was so surprised by how chill I was when we were in a relationship because at that point, you're meeting me in all my areas. I have no questions. My intuition is like not telling me anything. Like I'm cool. We're in a good place. So she was like, this feels so different. Like, does it feel different to you? And I was like,
because she just gotta play it cool,
It's like, yeah, I guess it's cool.
So guess what, guys? The moral of this story is, and it just dawned on me like one last week, we've been together since 2013 with no breakups. So this really breakup to makeup is not really official because we weren't official.
When we were dating?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that if you're getting some girlfriend perks, you're official, but it was a little breakup to make up to me. But
no, yeah, I think it's a breakup to make up, but that was like, once we made it official, we have not broken up.
Shit, Sequina's like so shocked. She's like, oh my God, I haven't dated anyone in so long. I'm like, yeah, girl, you're married.
So I'm actually stoked and happy about it because it just lets you know, like, if anybody out there, if you have a history of dating multiple people don't think that you can settle down. It really can happen. It's just all a matter of finding the right person and doing right by them.
And being the right person.
The right person? What are you gonna say?
That's it. Just being the right person. I'm just kidding. And I think it also goes to show that if something does not feel right to you, it's not right. Like if it's a puzzle piece, it's gonna fit together and it's gonna be fine. And just because y'all may not work together right now doesn't mean it can never work in the future. But just don't push stuff that does not feel right. If you feel like you're always giving and getting nothing in return, then he are just not into you, and keep it moving.
I agree, and communication is key. I think that's what made the biggest turn for us. We figured out how each other, the 5 love languages, figure out how we both are receptive to things, communication, and just understanding your partner. That's what worked for us, and so far we've just been kicking it. And all I can say, if I could pick one word on why we've made it this far without breakups, it's communication.
Yeah, I think it's important to know at all times where your partner is coming from, because I think what me and Sequina learned is that we were competing with each other and we didn't even realize. Like she was competing to show me like, hey, you can have like these type of deep conversations with me, and I was competing with her to show like, hey, I can be loyal because you've had issues with people being loyal in the past. Like you're not gonna have that issue with me. So instead of just being ourselves and letting it flow, we were too busy trying to push each other and be competitive without being with each other.
Right.
And you don't figure that out until you have communication and you figure out where a person's coming from and how they grew up and their communication style, their love language, all that.
And so, like I said, we've been rocking. We've been married 1.5 years now.
Yes.
July 1st, a year and 6 months. So, this is so random, but guys, I know if you guys ever ask us to do a divorce prank and stuff like that, we're not into that. We want to keep our good juju. So we'll never do that. No shade to anybody that does do that. I don't even think y'all like us doing pranks and stuff because y'all didn't give the prank video any views. So we're not doing any more pranks anyway.
No,
it's not us.
I'm really into karma. Like it's certain things that I won't say or do to people just because I just really, really don't want it to come back to me. So I've just always told Squid I don't want to do a cheating prank, divorce prank, because that just kind of puts that kind of energy out there.
And Jamila had a great idea about doing advice, so you guys always hit us up. So she wants to do an advice session. I hate when we plan for things because if I give a date, we never execute it.
Oh no,
so
we will.
We will do this.
Put that energy out
we
there.
will do this. So we do have a new email. I'm gonna drop it right here. It's loveandlabelstv@gmail. That is loveandlabelstv@gmail. That is loveandlabelstv@gmail. That is loveandlabelstv@gmail.
So yeah, so I'm so excited to answer y'all's questions. So you can DM me. A lot of y'all get me on Snap.
Snap, because it's gonna disappear.
I would take a screenshot of it. So, I mean, it would be nice if everyone emails, but sometimes people don't want to do that. So, and then you may not want other people to see your question either. So feel free to DM me. I'm so excited about y'all's questions.
And then also, if you don't mind, if you don't want your name used, but let's just not use anybody's name.
No, I wouldn't use anyone's name.
We won't use anybody's names.
No.
We don't want the video to be too lengthy and boring or whatever. So let's just try to do 10 people for this session. So the first 10 people that could drop advice we'll use you for this session, and we'll try to just work one of these in once a month. So this is July. We promise you guys an advice. Next month, August, yeah, we're gonna do a Q&A.
Ooh, and August is a good, a live Q. Oh, like we did last time. Also, August is my birthday.
J-Day Part 3.
J-Day is coming up.
But yes.
Was that an IRO?
No. So shoot us with the advice at loveandlabelstv@gmail or DM J Mills or whatever. You know, she's gonna organize the advice thing. I'm just gonna be here to throw in my 2 cents.
I'm so excited because what I've always wanted to do is sit in the park and give people advice for a penny. So this is nice. This
For
is
a
cool.
penny.
For a penny.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you guys for watching.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.